everyone. Today I'm going to talk about natural resources. So, what do you think is natural resources? Natural resources are something we found in nature that is necessary or useful for human. That means that the natural resources are things around us that we're using right now. And those things are found in nature. And of course, those things need to be necessary or useful to human life so that humans would use it. So, natural resources is divided into two parts. The first part is called renewable resources, and the second one is non-renewable resources. These are big words, but these are pretty simple to understand. And if I just explain it for you a little bit, you will understand the word more. Okay, so let's talk about renewable resources first. Renewable resources is a resource that can be replaced in a fairly short time. That means renewable resources can be replaced in a very short time, and it is very easy to replace them. One example of a renewable resources is wood. As you can see around you, there is a lot of things that is made of wood. For example, this part where we put on the TV is made out of wood. And when the people, the woodcutter, cut the wood and bring them to make things like these, well, these things, if we plant a new seed and after about a year, we will have another tree and we can still use it wood to do more things. That means wood is a renewable resources. Another example for renewable resources is cotton. Well, cotton tree, when we get the cotton and we can make clothes for us, like the winter clothes, or maybe we can make some t-shirts too. And after using those cotton tree, they can plant more tree. Or we just use the cotton of the tree. That is why that tree can still make more cotton for us to use. And if maybe we cut the tree or we harm the tree when we got its cotton, and we can plant a new one. And then after that, the cotton plant will grow and we will have more cotton to use. That is called renewable resources. There are some resources, there are some natural resources that are never used up. And there are only 3 natural resources that will never be used up. That is water, air, and sunlight. Why are these resources never used up? Well, imagine the water. We will never use up the water because, as you know, we have a water cycle. From the pond, the water will evaporate onto a cloud and then it will come down as rain. And that cycles continue and continue. That is why we will never run out of water, and so is air and the solar energy, or we can call it the sunlight. Well, as you can see, we're using solar panels to collect energy from the sun. However, we use so much solar energy, but the sunlight from the sun did not disappear. That means that it is also a renewable resources that are never used up. Now, let's talk about non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources is a resource that cannot be replaced. That means that these resources, when they run out already, we cannot have more of them, or maybe it takes a long time to create new one, maybe centuries to create new resources. So one example is coal. Coal is a kind of mineral, and minerals are non-renewable resources. Coal are like the fossils of the dead plants from a long time ago, and there is a lot of soil onto that dead plant and water too. And those pressure force it and then it becomes coal. Well, coals, it takes like century to get the coal. So coal, maybe we can call them non-renewable resources. Not only coal is non-renewable. There are many non-renewable resources like other minerals or fossil fuels. We're going to talk about more of them. Here is another one. These are called ores. These ores can use to make metal. And these metal can be used to make different things around us. And the metal can be made into nails, bicycles, or even tall buildings. And these ones, we dig them in the ground. That is why they are very, very rare and we don't get much of them at all. Okay, so today we have learned about natural resources, and they are divided into two teams. The renewable resources is a resource that can be replaced in a fairly short time, and the second team is the non-renewable resources. It's a resource that cannot be replaced. Well, that's all about my video. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.